Welcome to Lesson 26, Advanced Breathing and Meditation. So we're out here in this beautiful water view. It's nothing like serene, calm water to help you get calm and relaxed. So there's three different aspects of meditation I'd like to cover today. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Firstly, with your feet about shoulder width wide, your body nice and relaxed, we're going to do something called deep breathing or purification breathing. So in purification breathing, put your hand on your stomach, inhale, and make sure your stomach comes out. 3 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Once more, 3 seconds in. Really oxygenate the blood with that deep breath. Use your diaphragm to pull in as much air into the lungs as possible. The common misconception is to breathe in with your chest and suck in your stomach. However, we'd like to breathe in with your stomach so that you can, again, maximize the air that's coming into the lungs, oxygenate the blood, and create really better blood flow and more clarity. Okay, let's try that once more. So breathe in. You can have your hands on your abdomen, or just relax on your side. And 3 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Now, a good way to do this also is to bring in your hands and bring them down like this. We can do another variation, which is 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out, 4 seconds hold. So let's try that with our hands down. Okay, here we go. Breathe in. And breathe out and hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, and breathe out. So there's different variations of this. You can do a 4, 7, 8, which means you inhale for 4, you hold it for 7, and you exhale for 8. Let's try that. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. Try different variations of this breathing. See what works best for you. Another technique, which my brother and I, my older brother, we used to practice Tang Sudo. When I was 12, I started, and Tang Sudo is where Taekwondo came from. Eventually, it has influences from Chinese Kung Fu and hard movements like in karate, right? So some flowing, and what we're gonna do with this breathing technique is gather up chi. So when you're executing a punch, for example, when we're punching, right? That breathing you hear, that yelling you hear, is an explosion of energy. That breathing will focus that chi or the life force energy in one spot, creating more power. So what we'd like to do is a chi building exercise, right? So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the breathing technique in 3 different ways: left hand on top, right hand on top, and both hands side by side. In order to create a better balance and harmony, we're going to apply different types of um, variations. Okay, so as I breathe in variation number 1, left hand on top, I'm going to pretend like a spring or ball of energy is pushing my hands up for me. I'm going to hold it at the apex for about 7 to 15 seconds. So it's going to look like this before I start breathing. I'm going to hold it for 7 to 15 seconds around my kidneys where the chi is generated, and I'm going to exhale out. Mentally, think about a magnet. You're a magnet for positivity, for energy, anything that's positive. You're breathing it in, you're holding it. Courage, strength, love, peace, happiness, all those positive vibrations, and you're breathing out those negative feelings like fear, doubt, anger, anything that's holding you back in your life. All right, so let's try that. Left hand on top. Relax your body. letting the natural sunlight giving you energy. Hold that breath past the kidneys and exhale. This is especially effective at the end of a workout. Really gives you that deep oxygenation in your blood and really provides that clarity. It's a feel good. It's a really good feeling when you do that. So let's try the right hand on top. And same thing. Clear your mind and gather in that energy. If you feel a tingling in your fingertips, that's good. That means your level of chi is high. Ready? And begin. Hold that breath. And exhale. Very good. And last but not least, to provide a good balance, we'll do both hands side by side. And as a matter of fact, we're going to add in one different element. You're going to breathe in, you're going to hold it, you're going to push forward like you're pushing a mountain, just with your energy. And you're going to pull back as if you're attracting all the positivity, power, everything that you need. And then we breathe out. We exhale at the last second. Okay, so let's try that together. Here we go. Clear your mind. And begin. All right, very good. And last but not least, something called alpha state meditation. This technique is very effective to clear your mind. If you'd like to use it for visualization in playing sports or achieving success, you want to manifest the perfect version of yourself, alpha state works wonders. So we're going to start just in a standing position, but you can be seated comfortably with your hands on your knees if you'd like. Make sure your back is upright, your chin is tilted up slightly. So we'll start with 3 deep breaths. When I do the first deep breath, I'm visualizing the number 3. I'm relaxing my body. On the second deep breath, I visualize the number 2, and I'm clearing my mind. And on the last deep breath, I'm getting into what we call alpha state, and I'll explain this in more detail as we get to the number 1. So here we go. First deep breath, and again, nice and relaxed. No need for any hand movements on this one. Now you're going to breathe in and visualize the number 3. Any way you want to see the number 3, you can paint it, you can draw it, and I'd like you to think about relaxing your body, your fingertips, your elbows, your shoulders, your chin, your neck, your nose, your eyebrows, your ears. Just everything is just in a complete physical state of relaxation. Let's try that again. Visualize the number 3 times. What this does is it subconsciously ties in that number 3 with a feeling of being physically relaxed. So now you're in a physical state of relaxation. Next, visualize the number 2. As you're visualizing the number 2, I'd like your mind to start clearing, like a sky with clouds. Imagine the clouds are kind of parting and you got bright sunlight and just clear skies. Really not really thinking too hard about anything. This is a mental state of clarity. So level 2, breathe in. So you're nice and relaxed and you're visualizing the number 2. You're letting your thoughts just dissipate. Your mind's starting to clear out a little bit. Let's try that again. Once more, visualize the number 2 3 times. So now you're relaxed, you have a mental state of clarity. Finally, level 1. So what is alpha state really? When you're sleeping, 0 to 7 hertz in the brain is considered theta or delta. Coma is a delta. Theta is sleep, deep sleep. Alpha is 7 to 14. So you're awake in alpha, or like a deep state of relaxation or meditation. And 14 to 22, which is called beta state, is when we're active, we're talking, moving, doing what we do on a daily basis. And on the higher end of the spectrum is when we're more agitated or angry. So we want to prevent our brain activity from being so crazy. So alpha state is as close to a dreamlike state as possible. Remember that movie Inception? Right before falling asleep, entering into that dream state, that's what alpha is. So let's start with, we're in level 3, we're a relaxed state of body. We did a deep breath, we're in level 2. We cleared our mind. Now visualize the number 1 as you're entering into this deeper state of relaxation. Imagine, if you would, you're just floating. All right, here we go. Level 1. Again, not trying too hard, just allowing the calmness and that serenity to be the window to visualizing the perfect version of yourself. Here we go. One more time. Breathe in and visualize that number 1 3 times. Ideally, this breathing should be applied for about 5 to 15 minutes. Sports teams, high performance coaches for achieving career success. A lot of those successful people use the same techniques that I just covered today. So we covered 3 aspects of advanced breathing and meditation today. First one is something called purification breath. Just simply inhaling for 3 seconds through your nose with your diaphragm, exhaling for 6 seconds, and repeating that process. We covered a second type of breathing with your hand movement to generate chi, or spiritual energy, or life force energy. You're breathing in like a spring, you're holding it for 7 to 15 seconds, you feel a tingling in your fingertips, that ball of energy, and you draw like a magnet all the positivity towards you and releasing all the negativity. And finally, last but not least, something that can be applied in any situation, sitting down in the car, of course not when you're driving. You can do what we call alpha state meditation. Relaxing, deep breathing, and visualizing the number 3 as you're relaxing your body, visualizing the number 2 as you're clearing your mind, and visualizing the number 1 so that subconsciously you tie physically what you're doing to mentally what you're thinking, and this will allow you to manifest the perfect version of yourself, as well as visualize scenarios of success. Really, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Master Naz here signing out. Stay tuned for lesson 27, which we're going to do a recap of everything I've done from lesson 1 to 27 and teaching the beginner some aspects of martial arts to be used for self-defense. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless you.